Alright, what's up? Arthur here, and welcome to a new Advanced Warfare video. In fact, welcome to a new Best Class Setup video. Now, it's definitely been a while since I uploaded one of these, must have been at least a couple of months. But they recently added some new guns to Advanced Warfare, and in this one, we're going to take a look at the new Royalty STG-44. I personally think that I put together a pretty decent class setup, definitely did pretty well in this gameplay that you're going to see in a little bit. So I thought I would share it with you all, and hopefully you can all deal some damage with this one as well. Anyway, the class setup that we're going to take a look at today is shown on the screen at the moment. For starters, we of course have the STG-44 Royalty. This one has got -1 range, +1 handling, and also +1 mobility. Next up for my attachments, we have the foregrip, the quick draw grip, and also the stock. For wildcards, because of that, of course, primary gunfighter and also perk 3 grades. Next up for perk 1 low profile, for perk 2 blind eye. After that, as always, scavenger and also blast suppressor. And then, of course, the square streaks are all up to you. I went with the UAV with the extra time module. Next up, the system hack. And then finally, my favorite square streak, the aerial assault zone, with the rockets and also the AI control modules. That's it for the setup. Right now, I'm going to explain to you why I went for these perks and also these attachments. So with that said, the first thing we're going to take a look at are the attachments, which are once again the foregrip, the quick draw grip, and then finally the stock. Now, this is my go-to attachment setup for when I use assault rifles. I use this on the HBR, on the Bal 27, the AK-12, you name it, even on the ARX. Like, I sometimes use the red dot sights, but I mostly use these attachments. Anyway, I personally think that this gun is incredibly similar to the HBR-3. I tend to compare it to that one. In fact, I'm pretty sure it sounds the exact same as well. I'm not entirely sure about that, but I'm pretty sure it sounds the exact same. The recoil is pretty manageable. It's pretty much vertical, so the foregrip will help you out a little bit with that. Like, it's going to reduce the recoil by even more, so it's a pretty deadly active gun after that. Of course, the quick draw grip will allow you to snap on target just a little bit faster. I personally tend to run around a lot, so because of that, I usually go for the quick draw grip. And then the stock so that I can zoom in faster, but also so that I can basically prepare myself for a gunfight before it happens. Like, if I run into a building, I usually tend to already aim down the sights, just to make sure that if someone is waiting for me, I actually do stand a fighting chance. After that, for perk 1, we have low profile, which is a bit of a no-brainer. I always use low profile. It makes sure you don't show up on the enemies their minimap when they have a UAV up in the air. Next up, for perk 2, we have blind eye, which pretty much protects you against things like the warbirds, the aerial assault zone, basically any AI controlled square shoots, if I'm not mistaken. Pretty helpful, if I say so myself. Every now and then I get put into a match where my opponents already have a warbird up in the air. And in cases like that, well, I mean, realistically speaking, I would leave that lobby straight away. But if I were to stay in that lobby, which usually doesn't happen, that warbird won't kill me unless that opponent controls it himself. In that case, I'm still screwed. But you know what I mean. Anyway, after that, as always, scavenger and blast suppressor. Scavenger to make sure that I don't run out of ammo. I usually aim for those higher end score streaks. Not even so much higher end score streaks, but like higher end kill streaks. And in those cases, I don't want to run out of ammo. And blast suppressor makes sure that you don't show up on the minimap when you use your exosuit. Definitely a must have in this game as well. And then finally, for my square streaks, we have the UAV, the system hack, and then finally the aerial assault zone. Probably one of my go-to square streak setups. I mean, I usually run the UAV, the bombing run, and then the assault zone, like the UAV, the system hack, and then the bombing run. Something like that. I mean, most of the streaks in this game just aren't that great. But simply use whatever square streaks you like. If you want to, you can also get rid of 2 of them and use an extra first perk, use a secondary and an exo ability, or something along those lines. But that is it. Definitely be sure to give this class a go if you do have the STG-44. Also, let me know in the comments down below what you think of this setup, if it worked well for you. And apart from that, if you enjoyed this video, some support, a like rating would be very much appreciated. If not, that's cool. If you want to, you can also follow me on Twitter, or Facebook, Instagram. You can find all those links in the description. Now, if there's a certain video you'd like to see from me in the near future, definitely let me know in the comments down below. And apart from that, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for the continued support. And I will catch you in the next one. Take it easy.